Hello everybody, welcome back if you're returning to our channel, Sainte-Genevieve de Paris, Sainte-Genevieve of Paris. Glad to have you back, and thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking if this serves you in some beautiful way. And welcome to anyone who's new. So I was guided to actually do a card reading for the twin flames. Saint Genevieve and Mary came through and asked to do a Mary card reading for divine love, twin flames, light workers of the masculine and feminine energies. So we'll begin. So before I start the reading, I was guided to use these two sets of cards actually. The Romance Angel Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue, and then also the Mother Mary Oracle from Alana Fairchild. So in general, what I've been feeling is a large shift for both the divine masculine and divine feminine and the overall energy, and also that there's a lot of overlapping, that some things that may feel like they're divine masculine are actually also correlating to the divine feminine, because of course she has divine masculine in her also, and vice versa. So whoever feels that they're the more feminine one also carries a balance of divine masculine. So there's a lot of crossover between the two. There's a lot of balancing out of the energies of the individual people in the twin flame divine love relationships. And there's been a lot of healing in the past couple weeks, especially on both sides. The divine feminine, I think maybe quite a few have thought that maybe they were finished with things, and then some new things came up to be healed in the past couple weeks. So it's an exciting time. It's very exciting. So, and there's a whole new level now coming through, and Mary and the archangels and ascended masters and Jesus, and they are all just really wanting us to call on them for help and prayers, and they want you to know that they are here for you, that you are supported and loved beyond what you could ever imagine, and to ask for help regularly, daily, many times a day. So, beginning the reading with the cards. The top card here is Our Lady of Truth, and this really is the overall energy between for the reading for both the masculine and the feminine. The masculine is here on this side, and the feminine is on this side. So Our Lady of Truth is speaking about the truth, that our truth, it's important to speak our truth, it's important to follow our truth, and the ascended masters and angels really encouraging us to let go of fear of being our true selves. And many of us have been on a path of being our authentic selves for many, many years. And there's always new layers of that to uncover. And also Our Lady of Truth, the message that's coming through with that card is truth within the relationship with your beloved. So whether you're in communication or you're not in communication, either way, that you honor your truth individually and as as a couple, once again, whether you are together or you're in separation. So what that looks like is, on 2 levels: honoring yourself, your truth individually. That pertains to all parts of your life, your personal life, your relationships, possibly your work life. Maybe you're being asked to make a change in your work life, whether it's getting a new job, looking for a new job, changing careers, something of that sort. And then also in your relationship with your divine partner, really owning the truth of your love for them and letting go of the fear and the judgment that may still be there, even if it's at a very small level. Especially if you're in separation, there's often fears that come up and judgments and maybe a little anger or frustration. So really honor those feelings. If you're feeling that way, let the feelings come up, honor them, get upset, in a healthy way, maybe cry, and that's a good way to release things. Do some physical exercise or whatever helps you release pent-up emotions, and really have some quiet time if you need it to be aware of what are you feeling, and then continue to choose the higher truth in that. So the higher truth may be, one of the higher truths coming through is that however frustrated you are that things aren't how you planned or exactly how you want them to be at this moment, that's one possibility. That the truth is that you still love your divine partner, your twin flame, and when you act in integrity as a full person, you want to honor that and be loving to that person, even if it's just in the emotional and spiritual realm, while you're holding your truth. That may mean that you change your behavior a little bit. Maybe you've been reaching out to one partner's been reaching out more than the other one has. Maybe that partner doesn't reach out as much, and it's not out of anger. It's just out of holding, a more truthful center of yourself and focusing on your own truth, and at the same time praying for your beloved, sending prayers and loving thoughts. So whatever feels right for you, but the key is to be in your truth. And I'm going to read part of this. When you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me. This is Mother Mary talking. Being in your truth empowers that which can assist and support you on your life path. Don't hold back out of fear. Be kind and true. Let me help you attain both of these spiritual goals right now. Remember, being in your truth is how you are closest to me. And we know this when we honor our truth, whether it's in our career path or our personal lives or relationship lives or our day-to-day interactions with people. When we are in our truth, we are closest to the divine. We are closest to our higher selves, and thus closer to the divine beings, Mary, Jesus, whoever you are associated with or feel comfortable calling on, God. So it's really about being honest with yourself. If there's something you're not looking at, and maybe it feels like a quote-unquote negative feeling, but let it come up for healing, and then figure out a way to honor your new truth and still be your divine, wonderful, radiant self while honoring that new truth and integrating it into your life. And there's a prayer that I found really helpful here. Mother Mary, Our Lady of Truth, let your light of truth shine within my heart. May I know and live my own truths with kindness, compassion, and courage. May each one of us be supported in doing so, that we may live and let live, so let go of what we can't control, without fear. May the light of your perfect justice shine bright for the greatest good. So be it. So that's the overall energy, is really the twins and the divine partners are coming into their truth in a higher way and a new way, and that may take some adjustments. So the next card is, we're going to start with the masculine. So Our Lady of Divine Direction and Our Lady of Radiant Grace. Oh, and one more thing. This card, Our Lady of Truth, is actually number 17, which is an 8. So that is, the infinity number, the one of the twin flame numbers. So the masculine energies, so what's been going on with the masculine, or what is starting to happen, this is the week of, for a week of October 24th, 2016. Our Lady of Divine Direction talks about that there's some new direction coming in, and it may have already come in for the divine masculine. So he may already have gotten the heads up from Spirit, and I feel like it was quite a while ago that he has been feeling or knowing that there is a shift coming, and it's a big shift, and it feels like it is a physical shift. So it either has to do with place of employment, type of work, and or living. So where he's living, there might be a change in that venue. So Our Lady of Divine Direction is the message for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. About the divine masculine is that Our Lady of Divine Direction is there to help you when you are pursuing a new path or a different direction. So in some way, divine masculine, you're feeling that it's time to move in a new direction, and it's either already happened or it's coming very soon. And the message from Mother Mary is to trust, to really trust in that, and listen to your heart and trust your inner knowing and trust that feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. So many times in life, things that we're guided to do or feel like we're supposed to do, or maybe it's something that you even feel like you don't have a choice in, possibly. Maybe it's you're quote unquote being forced to move your job or something like that. We always have a choice, but at the same time, there's a different path being offered to you, and it feels necessary and or important. And when this happens, often we don't understand why. And what Our Lady of Divine Direction, Mother Mary, is saying to you, to give you some comfort, is that the reason will become apparent later on. That you can't see everything right now, but it is very important that you call on your trust and gather up your courage and trust, because the change in direction may not be clear why you're doing it, but it is important. And to also trust that everything happening right now in your life is being set up so that you can be in your highest good and your higher self and on your divine purpose and path. Even though if it's not clear why this change is happening, it will be shown later. So here's a short little prayer. Mother Mary, Our Lady of Divine Direction, guide me on my life path now. I gratefully accept any changes in direction that help me fulfill my divine destiny. Please bless me with trust, courage, and protect me with your grace.